Hey YouTubers. Okay, it's Saturday, 11:11 a.m. Let's see what else. August 21st. Still Houston. No, I don't know when I'm going to stop saying that. Alright, what did I just do? Okay, let's see, what have I done? I unsubscribed from Get Response. That was the thing the freelancer told me to open an account with a few weeks ago, whatever. It was a 30-day free trial, so it must have been somewhere around 30 days ago. I got an email from them a couple of days ago saying I had 3 days left of my free trial. So it's official. Uninstalling the application from your Shopify store will not automatically cancel or unsubscribe you from anything. All it does is detach your Shopify thing from that account. That's it. Okay? You still have to unsubscribe or delete your account or whatever it is. In the case of Get Response, since you don't already have a paid account, you've got to wait until they send you the email saying your trial thing is almost over, time to upgrade, whatever. Besides giving you the option of upgrading, there's also a link to unsubscribe, which is what I did. Then it listed, apparently there were 3 parts to my account. I just chose the option that said unsubscribe from everything listed, right? So I just unsubscribed, and then they put up this thing listing the separate segments and gives you additional links, and just unsubscribe from everything. And that's it. And the other one, the S Pocket thing, you got to actually send an email saying that you want them to delete the account. So, yeah. So, uninstalling an application does not unsubscribe you from anything. It does not delete your account. Alright. Okay, what else have I done? I'm just back from running my errands. Okay. Not only did... Since I was so into the transportation thing last time, I'll link it up a little bit more. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned this little gizmo. This came with the bike. Alright, it has the rear fender is detached. You got to attach the rear fender, but I had the bike shop do that. And it also came with this. And I don't know if I mentioned this. I've already showed you the light I purchased for the front of the bike. Just this one. You've got one of these deals. That's the setting I usually use. But it's kind of looking dim from dimmer than it was when I first put this thing on. So, change the battery. I didn't know what to make out of this thing. You know, I asked one of the mechanics at the shop, you know, so what, is it disposable? Do I just throw it out? No. You pull back the rubber casing thing, and you'll see a white cap, and you just pull off the cap. You don't twist it or anything, you just pull it off. And then you snap it back when you replace the batteries. This takes it says Lithium Battery CR2032. And then underneath that it says 3V. So I wrote down all those numbers and whatnot. The mechanic had suggested that I go to HEB because that's cheaper than what they charge you at CVS. I don't know. I really didn't check out the prices over there. But I had to go to Target anyway to exchange one of those shirts I showed you last week. I'll show it to you again. So I went ahead and got this Energizer 2032. And then down here it says lithium. See? 2032. And it says CR2032 3 volts Energizer. So the 3V is volts. So that's what it looks like. They keep this in the battery section, wherever they put the batteries. AA, AAA, all that kind of stuff. They also have these lithium batteries. So, well, I'll go ahead and. Oh, it's a 2-pack thing. It cost $6.99. So, yeah. Well, I don't have to. You get the idea. I mean, that's it. You just pull off the rubber thing, and you pop off the white cap. Yeah, you just change the battery. That's it. And you pop the cap back on. You put the rubber thing back, casing back on, and you stick it on that thing. It's got a little latch, plastic latch thing. So you wrap it around the pole on your seat. And see how it has a little plastic that's white? This goes around there. And that's it. It's rubber, so it stretches out. And that's it. Alright. Okay, so I'll put the information, write down the numbers in the description thing. And I'll probably also put it in the one with the transportation, rethinking transportation, along with my inner tube size thing. So, as far as I can see, those are the two things that will eventually need replacing at some point in time. That's it. That's the maintenance. Well, of course, check the air in the tires and put air in the tires, and otherwise, become familiar with your local bike shop. So let them check it every once in a while. Make sure it's still safe to ride. Safety check, whatever. And whatever. Any specific issues that come up. But yeah, so far that's all I see that may need replacing. The inner tube and the battery for the back light it comes with. The front light, you just plug it in. It recharges with a USB, any USB port. So I just recharge it using my computer. I'll leave it until it stops blinking. That's it. You plug it in, it'll start blinking. Once it stops blinking, I figure it's fully charged and I unplug it. If that's not the case, someone could let me know in the comments section. Okay, what else? Oh, the shirt. Okay. So, the two shirts I showed you. Where did I put it? The white and black one is fine. I'm assuming I just picked a medium. Let me check this. Yeah, I think that one was a medium. Here it is. I tried it on. If it's fine. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a small. This is a small. It's fine. It's just fine. I got this one in a medium. No, I was going to exchange it for a large. They didn't have large, they only had extra large. So I tried on the extra large, this actually fit. So I'm glad they didn't have a large, because if I had just grabbed that one, and I would have been very annoyed just to find out it was still too small. Yeah, these, I mean, if you like to accentuate your features or whatever, then fine, stick with the medium. Otherwise, if you usually get a medium, these things run kind of small. Go for the extra large. So, whatever. Anyway. What else? Okay, I exchanged the shirt. I got the battery for the light. I unsubscribed from Get Response. There's something else I had to do. Let me see. I don't know where I put my notebook. Okay, what are we doing here? Delete Get Response on Target Exchange shirt, battery for rear light, review hoodie. I put a question mark. Yeah, I don't feel like it. Well, what the heck? I guess I can show you the darn thing if I'm showing you the. No, you know what? I'm going to save something for next week. Because, yeah, no. Okay. I should have the hood. I should also have the city map, right? And I'm not sure. I think they've estimated, and I may actually also end up having the my penny board and protective gear too. I don't know. I'll find out. So stay tuned for that, right? Okay. Suppliers, quality control, inventory. Yeah, I was thinking about setting up a quota just to build up my inventory. Well, transportation things kind of rearranged that. Going through the transportation information things, I came across a lot of useful information. I'll set up. I've already put a couple of links onto that. I'm going to add to that, as well as put the inner tube size and the battery thingy information on that one. Okay, let's see what else. That's it. Oh, I'm rethinking this pizza thing. Pizzas are not cheap. And you know how tight-fisted I am, so, you know, you gotta calm down at some point and get serious about what you're buying. So I'm getting settled in enough to do that. Whole Foods, they had my Supreme this time, so I got that. I'm augmenting my meals, mostly frozen, at this point, with either kale or spinach. So I get one of these triple washed packs. This is chopped kale, organic soy. the house brand is always going to be the cheapest option. Okay, so I'm going to go with that. Let's see. They also have things like, oh, this one's actually from, must be from Randall's, because Signature, I think, is their house brand. Spinach, washed and ready to eat, whatever. So spinach or chopped kale or whatever it is. And I eat that with, what do I eat that with? I put this, raspberry vinaigrette thing. Kraft Light, raspberry light vinaigrette, whatever. Anyway, that's my salad dressing of choice. How to restock my veggie burgers. This is Whole Foods house brand, 365 Whole Food Markets. Meatless plant-based burgers, traditional. I think it's $3.99 or something like that. 4 patties. Okay, what else? They also have, in the frozen section, gluten-free multi-grain sandwich bread. They also have gluten-free white sandwich bread. So I just got the multi-grain thing. Okay, again, their house brand is going to be cheaper, and organic bananas. So that's basically how I am augmenting my frozen food thing. Because someone asked me the other day, do those things fill you up? No, they don't fill you up. But if you add the salad and the banana to it, it starts to fill you up. And if on top of that, you have ice cream for dessert, or at least popcorn as a snack afterwards, you start getting filled up. So yeah, just the frozen food thing, no, it's true, it doesn't fill you up. But you add the other stuff to it, yeah, it starts filling you up. Okay. So what else have I got? Okay, I also put yellow rice question mark on this thing. No, I did not. See, once you get settled in, you have any kind of time left, you might actually be tempted to throw down as far as cooking is concerned, assuming you know anything about it or are brave enough to experiment. And I have been experimenting this week, earlier this week, not after all this stuff happened, obviously. I'll get into that. Actually, that was another thing I did this morning. I had a bag of potatoes, so I polished those off because I had to either eat it or throw it away kind of thing. It got to that point. So my garbanzo beans and garbanzo is the chickpeas, and the kidney beans, light red kidney beans. You don't usually just eat that alone. I don't know if I've mentioned this already. You put bits of potato in it, and for the chickpeas, you also add like a tablespoon of tomato sauce. I use pasta sauce because I know nothing about cooking. So, yeah, I need my rice cooker to make rice. Pasta sauce for anything that requires any kind of At some point in time, you realize, okay, I'm not going to learn how to cook. And I had toyed with the notion that, yeah, one of these days I'm going to learn how to cook and actually be able to make things from scratch. There comes a point when you got to admit to yourself, I am never going to learn. So, the heck with it. There's no point in reinventing the wheel. All the stuff has already been made. All the hard work's already been made. Okay? So, I use marinara sauce. Pasta sauce. Because it's the simplest tomato thing. So, I mean, they've got, specialty things and all kinds of fancy sauces. Marinara, I think, is the simplest, the basic, just tomato thing. But, whatever. I don't know anything about this thing. But I'm assuming it is, so I just went with that. So I nuke the potato, which you just put it on a microwavable container thing, stick it in the microwave for a minute, take it out, stab it with a fork a couple of times, stick it back in there for another 2 minutes. By the time you take it out, it should be soft enough for you to cut through it fairly easily. And then you just keep on nuking it until it's soft enough to, it depends on how much you want to cook it. And I throw it in there for at least 2 more minutes, depending on the size of the potato. So once it's nice and soft, or however it is you want it to be, you stop nuking it. But, until then. 1 or 2 minutes until it gets down to whatever you're trying to do, however you're trying to use it. So anyway, you take bits of that, you squash up the beans, you mix it with that, you put the tomato thing in there, just a tablespoon for if you're using 10 tablespoons of beans, you just use 1 tablespoon of sauce. This mixture should be like a light pale orange, not red. You just want a little bit of the flavor. You're not trying to actually have it taste like nothing but tomato. So anyway, I'll get more into that when things settle down. But like I said, this weekend has been absolutely crazy, so I'm not trying to get into it. Anyway, earlier in the week, I had been experimenting with my new rice cooker and all that. I was all excited. I even put up a thumbnail thing of what I had prepared and the whole bit, right? And I thought that was going to be like an extension. I was going to end up doing something more this weekend, but obviously things didn't quite turn out that way. So, trying to get back into this thing. Okay, I took care of GetResponse. I'm still thinking about, well, now I can start thinking about quality control again and building up my inventory. And no, I'm not even close to making the alternative supplier list, so I'm not even, yeah, whatever. But, yeah, okay, I'm trying to get everything back in order now. I guess once my penny board and protective gear arrive, I'll have what I need personally to whatever. I don't know. My job's going okay, so there's not really. I'm not going to skip out of town anytime soon, but I'm just saying. We're all in a very strange holding pattern, aren't we? Okay. who knows what's going to happen, whatever. I don't know how my suppliers or how this thing actually, if I'm actually able to do what I'm trying to do now. I guess someone will tell me at some point in time, no, you can't do that. And I may have to find different suppliers. How that's going to work out with everything happening, not a clue. If I have any more transportation updates for you, I'll put it in there. Bring it up at some other point in time. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just trying to get things back in some kind of reasonable order at this point. I've been using my bicycle again to run my errands. No issues. I'm going to change the battery for my thing so it doesn't, because where I ride my bike, definitely necessary. If they're going to hit me, I want them to at least mean it, you know? Not because they didn't see me or anything, so yeah. Yeah, that's it for now, boys and girls. That's long enough. Yeah. My pizza's defrosting. And I still can't believe the last 3 days. So, whatever. My penny board is on the way. And if it gets here by next week, I'll be able to make a fool out of myself and probably fall down right in front of everyone that stumbles across any of these videos. So, whatever. Okay, but it's a real cute board. And I got nice little protective gear in yellow, and well, you'll see. Whenever it comes in. Okay, that's all I have for this weekend. Tomorrow, back to work. So I will talk to you next week. Take care, YouTubers.